doing this slowly, at the end, on the day of your exam, you will feel more confident. That was your first question of how to build confidence. Building confidence meaning what? You're comparing yourself, your past self, with your future self. Because in the past, there might have been a situation where you feel extremely stressed during the exam, and that thought is subconsciously, accidentally bothering you while you're studying. So, do you remember any thought when you feel stressed or when you try to recall the memory, like when you try to revise your course material? Do you get any thought like fear? What if I'm not able to do that? Or what if
I
I'm
don't
gonna?
really get the thought that I can't really retain it like while I'm studying. It's more like a after I study thing. And it makes me want to go back and revise the same thing over and over again instead of focusing on like other chapters.
So you mean like you are focusing on question number one, and you're like finish that question, but then you wanted to go back again to the previous chapter. Is that what's happening with you? That's what you're saying?
Yeah.
So even though you read that, you feel like you want to go again just because you don't want to forget that. Is that what's happening? Am I
Mm,
understanding correct?
yes.
Okay. And the reason behind that, because you're anxious, what if you will forget what you have read, or you might be frozen in the exam and you don't want to do that. Is that the reason?
Yeah.
Has that ever happened before?
Kind of like I would go into the exam knowing everything beforehand, and then I would freeze out when the actual question comes, and then suddenly I'm unable to retain the information necessary.
Right. And that time, how you feel in the exam? Extremely stressed,
I
choke?
was stressed, but I needed to like move on to do the other questions first since I knew I would probably lose marks on that question.
Right. But you're attempting that question again with stress, isn't it? Like the new
Yeah.
question which you know.
Yeah.
Right. So basically, this is exactly what happening to you. That time, what you have feel, it imprinted as a part of the memory. It's printed as a memory in your brain. So whenever you see the exam, whenever you heard exam, then your brain cognizes the information, exam. Then it
Mm,
recognized last time that happened. So it automatically, defaultly assume it's going to happen again, right? And since it's going to happen again, that's how fear started developing in our body. And that's the reason we take away all our attention. Does it make sense?
mm,
So you're not responding or you're not reacting to your exam, you're reacting to the thought which is going in your brain.
mm,
Does it make sense? Just because it has
yeah.
happened before, your brain automatically give you the signal is going to happen again in the future. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
But reality is it's not going to happen again if you do not give importance to that thought or the fear. Do you remember last time what I taught you about homeless guy? The more
Yeah.
important you give to him, the more he's going to bother to you. Does it make sense?
Mm,
So that
mm,
homeless guy is nothing but the thought which has happened as a part of a memory. It has nothing to do with your reality. What your reality is, you sitting still, you breathing, and your eyes are completely focused on the course material. That thought will come, but when that thought will come, what you will do, you will hold your breath. You will do that maximum 4 to 5 times. And even if you're feeling anxious, you can actually do that during the exam. Just take
mm,
1 minute of break.
mm,
You can do that maximum 7 to 8 times, and then slowly focus on your respiration. Just focus on from which nostrils you're breathing in, from which nostrils you're breathing out, and then you have experienced that your focus will regain, it automatically will come back. If that makes sense.
okay.
And the same technique, whenever you feel like going back, just say, hold on, I have already done that. I will do that after 2 hours. I'm confident I will
Mm,
be fine. Let me finish what's in my plate first, and then complete
mm,
that question. Do the active recall, then move to next question, and then if you feel like, go back to the previous chapter just to scan it for 5 minutes, not spending too much time over there. So in such a way, you're moving forward, but you're revising in a smarter way, not in anxious way.